Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 8.6. I'm an old guy gaming, and we're going to continue our adventure here in space. Well, actually, we're not in space. We're on a planet, but you know what I mean, in the space game. And we're going to continue working on our ramp. So what I've done is I have made a core, a core and a door, some ammo, a couple of cannons, and we're going to use that to just create like our little base. Halfway point base down on the ramp there. I think we'll take the hovercraft down there. Whoops, wrong button. We'll take the hovercraft down there this time and continue working on that. So I'm gonna set up the cannons. Let's adjust our angle a little bit here. So I'm gonna set up the cannons so that we can still run off of the power of the main base. So yeah, that works out pretty good. And then you just hit the pivot button on the arrow keys to line up for the next run down. Get it fairly straight. So as long as you're just not driving like a maniac, this should work pretty good. Get it leveled out there. Once we get it mostly done, then we'll bring the RV down and see how that does. Okay, let's kill the power there. So yeah, what I'm saying is I'll run the cannons off of the main base power, connect it to the existing ramp, because I'm not really planning on putting power in this little outhouse place. It's really its only purpose is to allow us to continue extending the ramp here. So let's see. Let's start by getting rid of this. One stubborn little piece there. Here, let's hit it right here. Okay. And we might want to shape this down just a smidge as well. There we go. Okay, so this block here we'll place. This will be part of the main base, but it won't let us go any further than this because we've reached the. If you didn't see the last episode, we've reached the extent of as far out as the blocks will go. So we're going to set up a little outpost here. Right on this point, and we could even, if we really wanted to have some fun with this, we could even maybe make a little footpath going up this way too. I'm not going to do that right now, of course, but possibility, we'll see. But what I have to do here to make this work is I'm going to have to kind of eyeball it to get it to line up correctly. Okay, so let's get the core out. Oh, you know what we have to do too? We have to make sure our body is facing the same direction as this pad. And this is part of what we have to kind of eyeball. So I'm just using the lines on the concrete lined up with the bottom of the core. That looks pretty damn straight. So we're going to hit F5 from here. And then we have to kind of bring it out to the edge here to get it to go. Now, ideally we want it to butt right up against here if we can, but we also want it to be the same height. So, I wonder if I might have to use the filler tool. Or the flattener tool, rather, to make this work right. So let's flatten this up. Come on, go away. Doesn't want to take that part down. Alright, well, let's go around the corner here. I'd actually rather put the... Well, no, I'm going to have to put the core out in front because it's not going to let me put it along the side. Presumably because it's still within range of the first core. You know what? That actually just reminds me of something. If we want the building itself to be here, we might have to bring this platform back too. Okay, well, yeah, I think we will. All right, so let's do this. Let's get back. Let's move this guy out of the way. Oops. So we're just going to park him over here. Right about here is good. All right. And let me do a little experiment here. If we pull these out. Here, let me do this in the drone. Whoa. Yeah, I've never built anything by myself anyway that it reached to the maximum limit away from the core. Now I did, along with help from several of my other Empyrion friends on multiplayer, we did build the space farm when we did Empyrion 7, and that was like the max limit too, but I haven't done this by myself. I think the other thing I want to do too is I do want to actually see if I can get this all flattened out so it's even with the bottom of that block. See if we can cut this little pyramid down. Man, that thing just does not want to budge, does it? Usually if you hold it on it for a while, it goes away, but it doesn't. Does not want to go down. Alright, well. I'm going to probably have to use the ground remover, but that usually ends up removing more than you want it to. Okay, well, let's do it. Why the hell aren't you removing what I want you to remove? Such a pain in the ass here. We'll cut this down. Okay, let's get this little pyramid out of here too. Now let's go back to flattener. See, now we went down too low on those spots. But the goal here is to get it so that we can set the new core down so it's perfectly level with the existing blocks. That's really all we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, let's just see what happens here. Okay, it's still not going to let me put it down until I get all the way out to this spot. I think it's because we still have, let's see, what do I want for? We still have some blocks down here, probably. So let's remove that one, and let's remove this one. Okay, now, will it let me set the core? Yes, it will. Okay, so now what we have to do is we just have to get our body straight. So let's do our little line it up thingy again. That's pretty close. Looks like I probably need to move it to the left like a pixel or two. So let's just nudge it. Okay, let's try that. Try not to move the mouse here. Yeah, that looks, I think that's pretty straight. Okay, hitting F5. Alright, now, I can't go over on the side, can I? Okay. So we just got to get it right where it'll let me pop it in. What about putting it down here, actually? So it's kind of buried. Well, you know what? If we're going to do that, we're going to have to move some more of this. Because I'd actually like to have it down underneath so it's protected, not exposed. Let's see, where... Here, let me get back in the drone so I can maneuver a little bit better. Shit. Okay, we want filler here, not flattener. Bring this back up a little bit. Let's get, let's put those blocks there. We'll raise this up a little bit more. Okay, now let's also raise this up a bit. Now let's go back to the flattener. The goal here is to here, let's temporarily put that there. The goal here is to flatten this out so that it sits nice and flat up against the other blocks when we go to place it. I don't know if that's going to work though. See, I think it's going to sit up too high. This is kind of a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie, it's a pain in the butt. All right, shit. Okay, let's this has got to come down more. Now, is it going to raise it back up if I do flatten her again? Okay, no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it might have gone down too far now. This has to come back out before we can... I know I'm not facing the right direction, but... Here, let's That's pretty close. Yeah, this is just going to fight me tooth and nail the whole way, isn't it? Okay, let's bring it back up a little bit, I guess. Okay. We're trying to get it up to the, so it's even with the bottom of the next block there. Raise it up a little more. It's closer. Closer. Raise it up a little more. Okay, hold still, drone. Right about there is where it touches. So it still needs to come up some more. Let's get down here a little more too. Okay, still more. It's too bad there wasn't a way that you could connect two cores, you know? Well, wait a minute, I don't think it'll let me do that, will it? Yeah, it doesn't give me the option of connect to existing base. Okay, let's see here. Still think we need to bring it up some more. We're going to try and get this as close as we possibly can. Still more. Once we get the core in place, then we can kind of level out the ground around it. See, now it's... Now the damn thing's coming up through the core itself, and it's still... What a pain in the ass this is. Okay, we gotta get it right about there. It also doesn't look like it's perfectly lined up either. So let's redo that part as well. Let's get up here. Line it up with the lines on the concrete. Just kind of walk left and right and see if it stays more or less lined up. I think it does. Okay. Yeah, I just don't I mean, page up will brings it up in too high of increments. That looks pretty close there, actually. Oh, here, let's try that again, actually. See, that looks very close. There's going to be a little bit of a gap there, but you know what? I think I can live with that. I think I can live with that. Okay. Let's raise this back up a little bit, at least until it's touching the blocks there. Not that it probably matters a whole lot, but we'll do it anyway. We might as well actually raise the ground up all the way around the core here. Help give it some protection. There we go. And now we can start building, continue the ramp out from here. Like so. And make the little house too. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a seam there, but you know what? That's not a big deal. It's not going to be a problem at all. Looks pretty damn straight too for eyeballing it. Might not be perfect, but it's pretty damn close. Close enough for what we need it to do anyway. Where it's going to become apparent though is, well, you know what? It probably won't be that apparent, because what's going to happen is, as soon as it gets out to here, then it's going to start to dip down again, and it probably will not even be noticeable at all. We'll see, though. We'll see how it actually comes together when the time comes. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and continue this part here out to about there. Oh, come on, damn it. Let's try that again. You have to let go of the mouse before you let go of the control key. Now here's another thought. See, I don't know. You guys can tell me this in the comments, but I don't know if the drones will come after this section now that there's a core there, or if it has to be powered before they do that. Not really sure. They're going to come from that direction. So let's just assume that's the case. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put, attached to the main base, we're going to put some cannons over here. And to do that, I want to bring them out a little bit. Probably, maybe let's do one more. And then we'll go out this way, about like so. And out this way, about like so. Oh, time's up. Here, let's just finish this part out here. I'm going to put 2 down here. Let's just make like a full platform just so we have a little better support there. And what I might do then too is just like make an elevator down here if we had to get down there on foot for some reason. So, being as how we're doing it this way, we might not even need to build the little shack that I was planning on building. Is that cannon going to hit the other one? We might actually want to raise this other one up. Just so it's not firing on its buddy. Okay, there we go. So if the drones do happen to come this way, then these cannons should make short work of them. I don't think they would come over that way. Plus, you know, they'd be hit by that cannon anyway. But they could potentially come up through here to get over to here. So that if they do, then these guys will make short work of them for sure. Okay, let's go back to here, and we want to go here. Let's regroup everything. We'll go to turrets and make sure that applies to the whole group. Wait a minute. Nope. Turn those off. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I suppose we could still build a little shack here if we wanted to. More for fun than for actual, practical purposes. Well, I'll tell you what, let me think about that. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I'll think about that, and we'll see. What is our SI here? Let's look at that real quick. I know I'm going over, so we'll stop here in a sec. Yeah, it's not too bad. Little weak there, but not enough to really be concerned, I think. I could have probably even pulled the cannons further back. Oh, looks like they're... Yeah, oh, the drones are coming over here. Look at that. Hit them. Come on, cannons. Hit them. What the hell are you doing? What? Okay, that was weird. It appears to me like they took them out, but I didn't see them fire or hear them fire. That was weird. Okay. Well, except for that one. Just seeing if I can see any more movement on the mini-map. I think that's all of them. Weird. Okay, yeah, weird. I'm glad I put the cannons down here, kind of in the nick of time though, too, huh? They definitely were coming after this core. So yeah, I think those were a good idea. Absolutely a good idea. Any hoozle, let's turn this thing off. And what I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to continue the ramp now down this direction. We're going to aim kind of for that point next. And, once we get down there, we might be good. We might not have to make any further rampage after that. It just kind of depends upon how steep the little cliff is going down into those trees. The other thing we could possibly do too is just cut into the terrain a little bit, but that's going to be kind of hard because you can't really, carve the terrain at an angle very well. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come by and hang out with us on Discord if you want to. You can find the link to the Discord channel in the About section, and you can also come and watch me live stream on Twitch. I do live stream several times a week on Twitch, and you can find the link to that in the About section too. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.